I wanted to work in fashion for as long as I can remember. As I started my own fashion business, I realized quickly that fashion wasn't as transparent as some of the other industries. In this series, I'm going to unpack the different aspects of the fashion industry, what makes us tick, and most importantly, how can you start? During this episode of Where to Start, we're exploring the fashion industry's current obsession, the world of athleisure. Athleisure trends are emblematic of widespread cultural shifts towards overall health and fitness. Because of this, the athleisure style is continuously expanding. Athleisure now accounts for almost 17% of the total clothing retail market. Designers and retailers, both old and new, are aiming to take a stake of the $97 billion athleisure market, including six-time Pro Bowler Terrell Owens with his newly launched fashion-forward sports luxury line, Prototype81. Terrell, I'd love for you to take us to the beginning, that first day that you decided to start Prototype81.
First day. Okay, I'm gonna take you back a couple of years. I have a friend, her name is Ramel Hawkins, and she does costume design for a number of networks and TV shows. And she came by the house, and I just happened to be wearing some gray joggers, just kind of loungy. And she looked at me and she goes, "Why don't you have your own clothing line?" She basically said that she had a seamstress that owed her some hours. And so I pretty much used my own little color scheme. It was like a blue heather gray fleece fabric, and I changed the lining in the hood, and that's how it all started.
What would you give someone who wants to start a fashion business? What would be their first step that they should take?
Wow, just have an idea. I think you gotta have some type of creativity. You gotta understand it has to be something that's a little bit unique, different that's out there in the market. Otherwise, anybody can start a clothing line. But I think what's so key for me in starting this process is that I have a name. I established a brand. I established that name. You just have to be resourceful. Try to find the best people possible to put on your team. And from there, for me, my biggest asset was my name. So
your line, you can wear it to the gym. You can take it on the street. Like
to and from the gym. When I played, I did like to work out in tights. I wish I had this line. I was working on this when I played because, trust me, it's going to be a #1 seller.
Prototype81 is where fashion collides with performance. Each garment features performance fabrics and blends innovative manufacturing techniques to offer both form and function. If you're looking to get into athleisure, you don't have to start with an extensive line. T.O. told me that it took him a year to develop those SKUs. He also talked about the importance of knowing the ins and outs of your industry. He did research into what works and what doesn't. He hit the pavement himself in the garment district here in LA to touch and feel what he'd be working with. He gained knowledge of fabrics and found people to fill in the gaps where he needed the support.
I had some self-esteem issues growing up where I was skinny, scrawny, lanky, and it wasn't until my later years in college to where I started to lift and feel confident and good about myself. Again, my mom, has been really the light, the inspiration that has affected me in so many ways to even inspire me to really even delve deeper into the fashion world because she's living vicariously through me.
So let's talk quickly about your design process a little bit. Do you design alongside other designers? Is it solely you? How is that process for you?
Oh man, it's a process.
Yeah.
The process is a process. Going down to the fashion district, sourcing different materials, fabrics, and knowing that all fabric is not the same.
It's not created equal.
No, exactly. You have to I didn't know this until I had to put my feet to the pavement, going into factories, understanding how, you have to wash different fabrics to understand the shrinkage, all of that. Understanding two-way fabric, four-way fabric, active, performance, lifestyle. A lot of people, French terry. A lot of people don't know that fleece is basically brushed French terry.
French terry was probably not part of your vocabulary when you were on the field.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Thanks, Terrell. It was amazing talking with you, and thanks for teaching us about your fashion line, your launch strategy, and a little bit about technology and fabrication.
I appreciate it. Again, it's a process within the process.
Millennials now make up about 45% of the sales in the category, and the category has boosted the retail industry by 4.1% on average in the last 7 years. So, as Tio would say, grab your popcorn because the athleisure market is only going to continue to grow.